In our last video, we were able to see how a perceptron can somewhat classify two different items, in this case, blue dots versus red dots, but that only works if they are not sprinkled all over the place at that point, because the perceptron is linear. That's the issue, right? Now we want to explore the behavior of the perceptron a bit further in order to get some insight into how this works. And also we can possibly get more familiar with the actual programming. But let's start with something different. First of all, the whole theme is kind of dark, and at least from my point of view, these are very tiny. So let's see if we can fix this. Now, for something simple, you don't always have to go to AI tool to do it for you, right? We can do some things ourselves. So first, let's find out where it is in the code that has to do with the help text, right? So this is it. So this must be the help text. Okay. So the class, the style class, is hint. So now we go up here to the style block here, and we look for the class hint. And there it is. And we see that the font size is 12 pixels. So let's bring that up to, say, 16. We'll save it. I'm going to refresh the page, and hopefully we should see bigger font here. Let's see if we did this right. It is a little bigger, okay? I'll leave it at that, but I just want to show you the exercise that you can do on your own. Let's keep going. I don't like the theme. I think it's too dark and foreboding. Then we're going to have to give it the current code back, and we'll do a code compare. We come up with the instructions. Here we are. The current theme is too dark and foreboding. Make it look bright and sunny. The full file is below. We need the full file back exactly as is with just the above changes. So we copy that and we paste it into ChatGPT, and then the result we put in a file, and then we're going to do a file compare. Here we are in Meld, so it looks like it has definitely changed the background from dark to something else. So there we go. And then the color to something else. The wrap, that must be the edge. I don't know, who cares, whatever. The shadow, there's something different there. We'll just take these. There's no reason to. The canvas, different color. The hint, different color. And then he looks like it changed the help text a little bit. Well, we'll just take it and let's see, is that it? One more thing, draw the decision boundary. So the line, and that's it. The files are the same. We save and we reload the page, and here we are. There's the new look and feel. And let's see here. So red, let's do blue. Okay, red. Oh, so I messed up. So now we can't go there. Red, blue. I want to show you something. So here's the code again. We'll get past the styling. We will get past the presentation, that what we actually see, and into the code. Now notice right here, this is an array. So it's essentially a list. This means the code is keeping track of every single point that we click, and that's interesting because we're going to need that. So what I'm trying to show you with these videos and learning how to program is iterations is another topic, right? We iterate through this as we learn and as we go and as we find issues, or as we figure out we need a new feature and so on. So you saw me make mistakes in thinking I'm going to put a blue point when in fact I did a red point, or the other way around. So let's add an undo feature. But there's two types of undos. There's the visual undo, where the point is removed, and we saw that the points are list, right? That's the easy part. But remember, every time we add a point, we are retraining the internal weights. The perceptron is adjusting its internal weights. And so just because we've removed a dot does not mean that we have backed up the training. So we have to make sure we cover that too. So it's a true undo logically as well as visually. So here's the instructions. I assume we were maintaining a list of all points added. Separately from that, we should keep the original weights that were in effect when the page first loaded. That's so that if the user undoes all the way back to the beginning, the line that showed up at the beginning, we want it to be in the same place. We don't want it to start in another place, right? Because that just doesn't, it's a little unnerving, like we won't learn anything. So we want to keep whatever random weights were first used before the user began anything. That's the purpose of this. Now we want to add an undo feature. Call it Control Z, should undo. Add that to the help text. The various help should probably be listed vertically instead of on one line. Undo should be able to go back more than one dot all the way till no dots. To have a true undo, we need to undo not just removing the dot, the visual, but also the training. So we probably should, after an undo, clear the weights, but put back in just the original weights that were in effect on page load, so the line is in the same location as before, and then we retrain over the entire list of whatever's left after the undo. And so that's why we need to make sure we do have a list. We copy these instructions, we add in the next version, the brighter look and feel code, and all that together we give it to ChatGPT and we see what we get back. Okay, so on the left we have our latest code, which was the brighter look, correct? And then this one is the undo features. So we're going to go down. Now I told him, oh wait, yeah, I think that's correct. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, because he had to make the help text in a vertical line, vertical list instead of. Okay, that's good, good, good. Store original weights. Yes, that makes sense. Is that okay? Now retrain from scratch for undo. So he gave us some nice comments. That's good. And he forgot the comment. We'll leave that comment. Well, we can remove it. Who cares? And what else? And in that comment too. And there's the actual undo function. So on key down, if the control key and the meta key is a Z and all that, go ahead and, remove the points or point, retrain. So yeah, that all makes sense. Our files are now the same. All right, so let's try it. Let's load the undo. There it is. It does look the same as this was our brighter part, right? This is our original brighter undo. Let's see what happens. Blue, and I meant to do red, but I did a blue. So I want to undo, so I hit Control Z. Okay, and the line is back. Let me hit Control Z again. Okay, so the line was there. Blue. Let's do red. Okay, red, red, blue, blue, red. Let's do red, but actually I want to make a mistake and go blue. Okay, so Control Z. Yep. And so now I can do red. So it all works. We are going to leave the video right here and we will continue in the next one. See you then.